Hi, today is June 2nd of 2012. This is Lucky Smith reporting for Star Over News Magazine, and I'm here with
Heather Schmidt.
And Heather, I understand that you're doing a nudist comedy show today.
Yes.
And you're not a nudist.
No, I'm not. I love me some textiles.
Oh. Have you ever done this before then?
Yes, actually. I'm here with one of my best friends, Katie Hall.
Hi, Katie.
Hello, sweet. And actually, Katie, right before New Year's Eve, she got this show at a nudist resort performing stand-up. And she told me about it, and then she talked to Tim about it, and they invited me on board, and I just thought it sounded like an experience I would never forget, and it scared me at first, and that's why I had to do it, because if something scares you, I feel like that means you should probably just jump right in.
Yeah. One moment. Are you here because Tim asked?
Host.
You're the host? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He said you needed someone to take pictures too.
Yeah, this is it right here. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, you just point shoot. Sorry. So, how do you? All right, like, are you comfortable? How do you feel? Like, what's the difference between doing regular comedy and doing comedy completely naked? What's easier?
It's a little colder. Honestly, it's the difficulties are different in both. I feel like I'm not as worried when I do a show for nudists, just because I'm already naked on stage, so it's like, what else? Like, this is...
Yeah.
That sounded really weird, but...
No, it's true.
Yeah.
And so, where can people find your sets at?
I'm actually very new into the stand-up world.
Okay.
I do more sketch comedy and improv, so those are coming.
Do you have a YouTube or anything?
Not for my stand-up, no.
No? And how long have you
This
been
is
doing
Dave.
comedy?
He writes for another magazine as well.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I've been acting forever. Stand-up is something new for me. After Katie and I did a sketch comedy show together, and I perform a lot of songs, which you'll hear tonight, and that's my comedy is me on the ukulele, just singing about really inappropriate things. So I was asked to put my songs together into a set, and then I got booked to do stand-up, and now I've just kind of been writing that.
And doing news comedy and being comfortable in front of people, has that helped you personally? Because I heard a lot of positive things about this.
Yeah, once you can perform naked in front of people, I'm sorry, but I think you can do anything. That's pretty much anything else that scares me. I'm like, well, I've already performed naked, so...
What else can it be, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And everyone I've met has been so amazing and so supportive through this, and have come to see me do other performances at different venues, even put on clothes for me to see me perform at other venues. So I've just been overwhelmed by the support, and it's just been phenomenal.
And if people want to book you in the future, please put your email, your website, wherever people can find you at.
Heather Schmidt at inbox.com.
Okay.
Come find me.
All right, this is Lucky Smith signing off. Thank you very much. All right. This is Lucky Smith reporting for Star Over News Magazine. Today is June 2nd, and I'm here with
Katie Hall.
And Katie, are you a nudist?
I am not.
Okay.
No, I'm like Heather. I am not a nudist, but I have become friends with a bunch of nudists because a couple years ago I did a movie that took place at a nudist resort, Olive Dell, which is where a lot of the people that I've met live. And so we did the comedy show at Olive Dell and kind of just got into that circle of people.
And what's the difference between the audience at nudist comedy versus an audience?
Don't ever say colony. I'm just kidding. No. You're cool with us, but that's one of the things. I actually said that on my first set, and they think colonies are for lepers, so you have to say nudist resort. The terror in your eyes right now. I was totally just fucking with you. What's the difference between the audience? Let's take it back to one.
Okay.
It is there. I mean, there's not a lot of difference.
I have to admit, this is my first time, so I'm a little nervous. Like, I've never I was just talking to my boyfriend today, and I was telling him that I was coming here. He was like, "Oh, that's gonna be so cool. You go get naked too?" I'm like, "Oh no, I can't. I'm too shy."
Honestly, like if you do it more often, it's easier. Like I'm not a nudist, but I had like the 90 days on set to kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
And then you meet these people, and then invite us back. I would say, I mean, there's not a lot of difference between audience members. What I've noticed with the specific clubs that I've done at is that the audience is, I would say, older at Olive Dell. Like, there are certain groups like YNA that are younger members, but they're older than like the normal people that I would perform to at the Improv in Hollywood, and those are like 20-something.
Yeah.
So sometimes the comedy, you like change up what you're doing in your sets, but
And do you feel like this has boosted your career as far as giving you confidence? Like she said, you know how you can perform naked, you can do anything.
I mean, that's definitely something. I'm like a very physical comic, so I'm actually a little bit more nervous when I perform because like your boobies, like I like move a lot, and then to like feel shit, like I'm like, oh, that's weird. So, but she has a ukulele to protect her. I'm just like, yes, my vagina. Like it's different, but I would say, I mean, obviously there's like a level of confidence where you're like, oh, I did this. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like boosted my career. I think I've met some cool people through it, and I've got some cool opportunities through it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And do you like, would you ever go full on nudist? Would you ever join a resort or?
I don't think that's for me. I've talked to a lot of people about this, and I've been to resorts like on a casual Sunday. They've invited me, and I've gone up there. I just think I'm one of those people. Like I've always been someone who kind of like identifies myself in certain life phases with like clothing. And personally, I like clothes. I like to be able to like rock cowboy boots and like have like a different shirt on a different day of the week to like feel, you know, like happy or like crazy or whatever.
Yeah, like
so,
like for me, like if I wear a certain dress, like I can hide the fat.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and honestly, that's something that like a lot of nudists will tell you. Like a bunch of people that we met are people that have had like surgeries or just given birth or whatever, and like they're like, it actually has kind of promoted a self-awareness within me. Like I don't really notice a scar that I would like back when I hang out with my friends that are clothed or whatever. But I don't think personally I would do it, but I've definitely visited resorts on many occasions. But I like me some jeans. I think that they're comfy.
And where can people find your comedy sets out? Do you have a YouTube channel? Or?
Yeah, it's Katie Hall. If you go to Katie L. Hall, or my website is katie-hall.com.
And in case people want to book you for the future, do you have a website, booking agent? Go ahead and put out
the
your next show.
The website is katie-hall.com, and my email is ktlhall@gmail.com. My next show is part of the LA Comedy Festival, and that's all going to be on my website. And then I have a bunch of shows this month, so they can check it out on the website.
All right. Thank you very much, Katie.
Thank you.
This is Lucky Smith signing. Hi, this is Lucky Smith, and reporting for Star Over News Magazine. Today is June 2nd. I'm here with
Drew Mercury.
And Drew, are you a nudist?
I'm not.
And how did you get involved with doing nudist comedy?
My buddy Tim Chizmar is the producer of the show, and he had mentioned the New Year's Eve show, and I wasn't able to do that, but he said they had such a great time, and so I said, if you have one in the future, let me know, and so he let me know, and I was up for it.
And doing your first set nude, like is this your first set or no?
Yes.
This is your are you
First set nude, yeah.
Are you a little nervous?
You know, I'm not as nervous as I thought I was going to be. Walking in and seeing everybody in the audience, it's kind of just looks like a locker room for the most part. So I feel like I'm just doing, I just feel like I'm doing comedy in a locker room, which is kind of weird, but it's not embarrassing.
So, and the reason why I keep on asking all these questions is because a lot of the readers, we have 35,000 readers, and a lot of people who were aware, I mentioned it to a few people when I was coming here, they didn't even know they had this, they didn't even know anything about it.
Yeah, I didn't know until Tim told me about it too. So.
Yeah, and how long have you been doing comedy for?
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years. So, before a set, do you feel any difference right now, or do you feel a little bit more at ease going on to do your set today?
Yeah, I feel pretty much the same. I guess the one, maybe, like I had to, one difference is like I know that the philosophy of nudists, because I went on their website, is like they don't really judge people for what they look like, just who they are as a person. And so I'm almost more nervous that they're not going to like me as a person than my body or anything, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I heard that it boosts self-esteem.
Isn't that the way you feel every time you go on stage? I always feel like they're not going to like me as a person, because my comedy is me as a person.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, where's your next set going to be at?
I'm going to be at the Irvine Improv Saturday, June 9th at 11 p.m.
And where can people find your comedy at?
I'm on YouTube under Drew Mercury. I have a video there, or you can find me on Facebook at Drew Mercury, and then I get free tickets to the show next Saturday, so anybody who wants those, just contact me on Facebook.
Okay, no problem. And also, if this works out well, do you think you might join a nudist resort?
It's funny because you were asking one of the other girls that question, and I thought about it for a second. I was like, probably not, just because I would never get anything done. Because I'm like, anytime I'm around my house naked, I'm just lazy, and like, I just feel like if I join a news column, I just feel like I would never like, I just
It's
would just
too
stay.
comfortable?
I would just stay there and I would just stay there and like just not do want to do anything. I just don't think I'd be very productive, to be honest with you. I know it's a weird answer, but that's honest. That's my honest answer.
That's no problem. All right, go ahead and put your email where people can book you. Go
Okay.
ahead and put your glass out
Yeah,
Facebook.
my email is actually Andrew Mercuris, MERCOURIS at yahoo.com, or they can find me on Facebook at Drew Mercury, or that's about it. Yeah, on Twitter at the Drew Mercury.
All right, thank you. And this is Lucky Smith signing off. Thank you.